Bringing my arms out to the side to help give me loft. So I can really lift the chest forward and have pressure going down into my hands so that I have control of my spine and I don't round back. Lifting the chest to get a flat spine, a straight spine. Beautiful, beautiful. Just sitting for a moment, breathing, and then relaxing the feet. Bring your seat into the middle of the mat and bend your knees. If you have the ball, great. Just roll back slowly. A good idea is to hold fingertips like you're playing piano behind your thighs and slowly just roll. And you might have heard a lot of creaking and clicking. That was your own body. Then straighten your legs really long. And I want you to feel the natural, get into touch with your spine, because Pilates is all about the core, which means your abs and your spine and using your arms and legs in addition. So letting your feet be natural and let them almost fall out to the sides. And with your right hand, feel behind your neck. You could feel a gap. That's the natural curve of the spine. Now take your fingers on both sides and feel under your thoracic spine. Feel right in there, right towards your back. You can't get in there because that curve is going the opposite way. Then work your fingers down, and now by your waistband, you could probably take a straw or a pretzel or a drumstick and slide it right through, not a chicken drumstick, I mean a drumstick. Slide it right under your back because that curves. And then you have your seat. And you can't get your fingers under your seat because that's the opposite curve. So this is the natural flow, like the waves in an ocean of your spine. That's a natural spine. Take a breath with your hands across your belly button. Feel your belly rise gently as you inhale, and as you exhale, how the belly falls. Inhaling and exhaling. Resist raising the ribs and lifting them with every breath. So you want to feel the expansion side to side, but not a big lift in the rib cage. So keep your fingers across the belly button and breathe. And now as you exhale, gently bring your belly button away from your lightly placed hand. Yeah, you could do it. Inhale, let it go. Don't blow it out, just let it go. Exhale, draw that navel towards the front of your spine and feel that tiny hollow. Yeah, you're doing a supported spine just by pulling your abs toward the anterior spine. Then let it go. And if you need your hand there, leave it there to feel the belly come away. Inhale. Exhale all the way, pulling the navel down, down, down. Now glide your feet flat to the floor. Yeah. And now pull the navel down. Oh yeah, you have even more power because of the position of your pelvis. And I'm going to teach you how to support that lower back. So now you're going to roll your tailbone up. Your seat came up slightly. It wasn't a lift. It was a roll. So from my upper back, down, down, down. I'm pressing each vertebra down, 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 but my tailbone is lifted. Everyone do that? Then let it go. Good, good, good. Again, roll the tailbone, let it go. You noticed I put the ball in between the middle of my thighs? Yeah, working those mid thighs, those inner thighs. Roll the tailbone, let it go. In bar, we call this back dancing. Tuck it, let it go. Tuck, feel the tension, feel the strength in the abs, let it go. Tuck, let it go. Your feet are in parallel and you are doing a sit-up of sorts. You are working your abs, you are strengthening your stomach, you are lengthening your lower back. So we're going to add some quickness. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Oh, you feel the glutes tensing in. Tuck, tuck, tuck. It's a very small motion. Tuck, 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 and let the seat go. Let the lower back, this is your pelvic girdle, let that bony plate just get heavy. Take the ball out if you're using a ball and keep your feet apart, but let your knees knock together. Medial rotation, and let's do it again. We're going to tuck the tailbone up. Let it go. Tuck, tuck. If you look at my hand, you can see what's happening with my abs, trying to give you as many views to help you access the pelvic rock of this exercise. It works the glutes, the abs, the back. Beautiful. Tuck, 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 tuck. You're feeling it through the quads because of the medial rotation of the knees. Yeah. And the side seat. Good. 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Let go of the knees being together. And now come into Pilates V, which is heels together, toes apart. So now my knees are apart. Good. The bony plate, rock side to side. You feel it. That's your pelvic girdle, your hip bones, and your sacrum in the middle. And we're going to tuck, 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 tuck. Look what's happening to the ball as I tuck. Tuck, 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 tuck. Here's my hand. Lifting right off my hand is my seat. Up, 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 up. My waistband stays down. So put your fingers across your ribs and keep your rib cage down as you only lift that tailbone. Yeah. Lift, 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 lift. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 10, 8, 9, 10. Let it go. Bring your legs together and hug them in and rock side to side. Try not to draw the knees too close to your chest. I want your pelvic girdle to be rocking side to side, not up here. Let it rock. And now, using your kneecaps, make circles with your knees, holding your kneecaps. Make circles. Make a driving motion around that pelvic girdle. Then circle the other way. Yeah. So if you didn't warm up with me at bar, you're warming up now. And if you already finished the bar classes, it's a beautiful way to extend that workout. Beautiful. Hug the knees in and put the feet to the floor. You're going to raise your arms like what we call candlesticks and separate your feet about 4 inches, trying to resist all the turnout. Keep your knees facing the ceiling parallel and the toes forward. I'm going to use what I call a magic circle because it's shoulder width apart and it's in between the heels of my hands, but you could just have your hands up. We're going to do protractions of the shoulders. Lift the fingers like you're pushing them into your ceiling, then let your shoulders glide back to the pockets. Draw them forward and up towards the ceiling, and then let them glide back. So I'm not pressing anything to the mat, but I'm reaching fingertips to the ceiling, lowering, releasing. Stretch. The elbows are straight. You feel the stretch through the whole arm. Let it go. Reach up. Let it go. Working the shoulders. Working the scapula. The upper traps. The rhomboids. Up we go. Release. Lift up. The lower back is planted into the floor, so are the feet, so is the seat. Lift and lower. We're going to do the opposite now. So look at this part of my shoulder. I'm going to bring my shoulders back, flattening. You're talking about rounding, Michael. Flattening, stretching, and then letting go. So that's retract, let go. Keep the elbows straight. Retract, let go, using these muscles. So as I retract, I can press my shoulder right into my hand. retract, let it go. So if we were in the studio, I would come over to you in the olden days and put my hand right under your shoulder, and you would press into my shoulder with great delight to see how much you could hurt my fingers. I know that. And release. Pull back, hold. 3 more. Pull back, hold. Yeah, these are dynamic. 2 more. Pull back, hold. You feel it. Pull back deep. Now bring the arms overhead if you have the circle, gorgeous. If not, it doesn't matter. Tuck the chin, lift the head, neck, and shoulders round, and roll back. Inhale. Exhale up. Inhale round. Exhale up. Everything's core and ab related. Yippee. And back. Exhale, curl. Inhale, back. Notice how the mid and lower spine are pressing in, and then the release, and you're on your scapula, your shoulders, and forward and back. Exhale, flexion. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, you've got the technique. Let's flow. Tuck the chin up, roll it back. You feel it in the back of the head, in the neck. You're not used to this. You'll get some strength in those muscles too. I understand. 2 more. Curl up, roll back. Curl up, roll back. Beautiful. Lengthen the legs across the mat again. And now press your arms deeply into the mat and draw one leg into tabletop. This is tabletop. Bend the knee, draw it into a 90-degree angle. Then raise that leg to the ceiling. Now, if you have tight hamstrings from running and weightlifting, release the other leg and bend that knee, be on the heel of that leg. That will give you an easier way of lifting this leg. It will help to loosen that hamstring. If your knee stays bent, that's okay. You can do this with a bent knee. We're going to do circles, single leg circles. We're going to make a circle in towards the midline, around and up, and 2 around and up. So imagine the toe creating a circle that you can see about 3 feet in diameter. Think of a clock. Think of the 4 points of a clock, the 6, the 3, the 12, the 9. Think about those 4 points, but connect them in a circular fashion. Resist lowering the leg so much that you can't see the foot revolve. I could see my foot revolve all the way. That's what I want you to try to do. Good. 1 more. You're feeling it in the hip rotator. Great. Hold it up. Now reach up with your hands someplace on your leg and just glide the leg closer to you. Yeah. Stretching that hamstring midway. Good. Arms back for support. Press down. Abs engaged. Go out from your body, around and in. And 2. And 3. And 4. I'm really trying to draw the same circle size that I did going medial to lateral. Going out from the body laterally. 3 more. 1, 2, nice and even. 3, hold the leg up and put the other foot flat on the floor. Now I want you to wiggle those toes and make circles with your ankle. After you complete 5, circle the other way with your ankle. Your joints will thank you. Good. Now we're going to flex the foot. That's when the heel presses up and the Achilles tendon is stretched. You feel that right through your hamstring, right? Bend the knee a little bit. Then push that heel back. Bend and stretch. Bend and stretch. Bend and stretch. Really sculpting and lengthening and working on that hamstring from behind the knee all the way up the back of the thigh. 2 more. Wow, beautiful. Relax the foot, give yourself a hug. Whew. Oh, that leg feels it. Straighten both legs. Bring your left leg into tabletop. Straighten the leg. And if this is very tense for you behind your leg and the hamstring, bend the other leg. You'll find comfort in your lower back. You'll be glued in, and this leg will have more movement if you bend the other leg. Yeah? And I stay on the heel, not flat. Good. Draw the leg close to you. Go in towards your belly button. Start the clock. The clock is ticking. And 3 and 4. We're exercising, so I don't want you to go to sleep and relax. I want your muscles working and your mind to be aware and awake. But I want you to feel a sense of being grounded down into the mat, into the body, into your own space. And just have me kind of in the background. One more circle, hold it up. So lose any tension or anxiety and just be with the workout. Go out, around, up. It's not a perfection. We are not looking for perfection. We're looking for practice. Yeah. And 4 more of these. Circle out, around, up. Out, around, up. Out, around, up. One more. Bear with me. One more. Put the other foot flat now. Reach up, find your leg with fingertips, never clutching. Draw it slightly to you. Try not to lift your hips off the mat. Beautiful. And hands back to the mat. Point your toes and flex, and point and flex, point and flex. Really warming up that Achilles tendon and the gastrocnemius and soleus and the hamstring, everything in the back of the leg, and circle around for strong ankles, but ankles that have a little flexibility. And then the other way, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here comes the strengthening. Flex the foot, bend the knee a little, keep your foot in flexion, press, bend and press, bend and press. You don't need to be able to reach your toes with your fingers. It depends on your flexibility and how long your arms are. Some of us have very long arms and legs for a small person. So don't judge yourself by that, okay? And then hug the knee in. Good, really good. Kind of wobble it side to side. Beautiful. And bring your knees in. We're going to do rolling like a ball position. But these feet are really heavy and they're pulling on our back. So lift your heels up, then lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Get into this tuck. Now play piano on the back of your legs instead of clutching. And you know when you're on a swing and you do this to move? That's what we're going to do, keeping our head tucked. We use our knee to ankle to help us rock and roll. So rock and roll, ladies and gentlemen. Like a little boat, rolling like a ball. Really great for your spine. And we're going to do one more so that we can sit on up. Here we go, sit on up. Whew. And I keep talking about this Pilates ball because at Adelphi, they bought these balls for us to have. Balls like, I think there might be blue. I don't remember what color we got. It's not important. But as I said, they're not expensive. I highly suggest it. So now your feet are staying in parallel and they're just the width of a Pilates ball. That's 5-6 inches. And then sit up straight with the ball in between the heels of your hands. If you don't have a ball, pretend. Okay? Right now, in the state of the world the way it is, we've had to do a lot of imagination. So use it now. Inhale, lift the chest. Now exhale, we're going to do that protraction of our shoulders. Reach your fingers so you feel that stretch. And then round your back spine away from you as your fingers go forward, as if there's a beach ball inside you that you're hugging over. Then sit up so straight that the beach ball would have been pushed away. Then hug another beach ball. Come on, round over it and sit up. This will give you beautiful beautiful flexibility, control, and strength. Taking short muscles, powerful muscles, giving them a little leaning, a little stretch, and a lot of durability. Let's go. So scoop it out, inhale up. It's called spine stretch forward because that's what we're doing. Now we're going to do that scoop, making that rounding, and hinge a little at the hips, feeling it through the legs. Sit back and sit up. Scoop it out, hinge from your hips, staying rounded. Sit back and up. Scoop it out. Hinge at the hips. Oh, you feel it through the backs of the legs too. Sit back and sit up and take a breath and rock and roll those knees. Yeah, give them a little bit of love. Beautiful. Sitting back into the middle of the mat, I keep my feet Pilates balls distance apart, the knees apart. Inhale, nice and high, prepare. And exhale. Now inhale, roll all the way back. And then come on up. Inhale, back, come on up. Inhale, back, come on up. We're going to add on. Are you ready? Inhale, back, come on up. Kick the right leg up. And then inhale back. Exhale, do the left leg. Inhale, roll back. It's semi-teaser. One leg at a time. Inhale back. Exhale up. Inhale back. Exhale up, inhale back. Look at you. Yeah. Using our arms and legs to increase our workout. Yeah. Keep going, alternating. Upright, inhale, roll. Exhale, lift, inhale back. One more. Up. Exhale, up, inhale, back. Whew, that was beautiful. Put the ball to the side, and we're going to spin onto our front spine. And we did some of this in the bar class, coming onto forearm position. Today, I'm going to show this to you with the ball between my feet, just to show you the positioning of my feet. You don't need the ball. We're going to do double leg kicks. So I lift my feet off the mat, but I keep them separate and lift the chest up. This is going to work your seat and the backs of the legs. Kick, 2, release. Bend, bend, release. Bend, bend. Oh yeah, you're feeling it in your lower back too. A nice stretch. Good. Bend, bend, release. Bend, bend, release. Kick big, kick little, release. 1, 2, release. 1, 2, release. Now bend the knees, keep your feet up and separate your elbows. So you have that long line, elbow to elbow across the front of your mat. Engage your forehead to the pillows. Walk the knees away from your hips a little to lengthen your spine. Oh yeah. And you're going to lift your thighs up a little, let it go. Lift them, lower. Lift, lower. Oh yeah, it barely lifts. You don't need to lift high. Lift, lower, lift, lower. 4 more. Lift, lift, release. Lift, lift. 1 more. Lift, stretch the legs out, close the legs, and lower. Wow, and rock side to side. Release your legs to the mat and turn the big toes into one another so you're actually creating bowed legs. Yep. Then bring your hands out from underneath your head and lay your hands by your sides. Your arms are long, the palms are up. Turn the head to one cheek. A nice hip opener. Back opener, really stretching the back. Grounding down into the floor. Letting go of anything that's been heavy and weighing on us, letting it sink into the mat. Turn the head the other way. Letting go of everything but the moment. Letting the heavy muscle, bone body sink into the soft front body. And then turning the toes back flat to the mat, tops of the feet on the mat, gently turning my head, nose is right over the mat. Good. And now I'm going to separate my legs as wide as the mat and turn my toes and knees out. Beautiful. And then keep your hands under your shoulders. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders, and lift the legs up. Beautiful. You're feeling that in the lower regions. Then let everything go. Pull the navel away from the mat. Lift the legs up. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders. And let it go. You're not really pressing with the hands. They're just there for a little stability. Pull the navel, your belly button, away from the mat. You'll feel it disengage. Inhale, lift. If you'd like, you can raise your hands up and bring your arms out for a swim. If not, you can just stay here. Or rest your head on the pillows and kick your feet. Whatever position works right for you at the moment. Then let go. Slide your hands away from the shoulders. Push up, knees apart, come into your child's pose. Crown of the head, the hairline, down to the mat. Let everything round. Elbows, everything lets go. Think of this as a reset rather than a rest. Feeling the spine, all the links in the spine breathe and have their space. Finding your breath, your even breath in and out. Letting go of any tension in the body, letting it sink into the mat. And then keeping your arms and head like noodles, your neck like a noodle. Sit back on your heels. And if your heels have spiraled out like mine, I want you to turn them up and sit squarely on them and sit up straight. Wow. Yeah, you're going to feel that in those feet, really working the mid-arch, the whole foot, the intrinsic muscles in the toes. Really, really good. Wow. Okay, and we're going to do some sideline work because in Pilates, we try to work the spine in every position. So again, you can use a ball as a prop when you get it. It's really nice to have that ball under the ribs that are contacting the mat. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. So your hand, your forearm is parallel to the small end of the mat. And my elbow is all the way to the edge of the long end. My seat is at the long end too. See the part I'm curling up? It's all the way there. And even the soles of my feet, because I'm going to bend my knees. That's the position we want to be in. You can also work with the ball in front of you, which gives your hand height so that you don't lean back on your seat. So I want you on the hip, not on the side of your glute. Okay, you're not on the cheek of your butt. Good. Now stretch the top leg nice and long, and it's in line with the back of the mat. This knee is forward. Everyone begin. We're going to flex and kick 2, point, back, back. Forward 2, back, back. This should feel really good. Forward 2, back, back. Forward 2, back, back. Forward 2, back, back. Forward 2, back, back. 3 more. 1, 2, back, back. 1, 2. Yeah, you're feeling it in the abs, in the seat, and the legs. You feel it in this side? Sure. And back 2. Now flex the foot. Keep that knee forward. So don't turn it up. Keep it forward. And we're going to lift, 2, 3, point down. Flex your foot. Lift, 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 point down. These are called lower lifts. Point down. Lift, 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 point down. Lift, 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 point down. You're feeling it in your shoulder. When you get a ball under you, that's going to help take some of that strain out of the shoulder. Lift, 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 point down. Lift or a roll towel or a cushion, a throw pillow, up, 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 or a bolster, and down. One more, lift, 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 and down. Keeping that knee forward and not turning up at the ceiling. Flex your foot again and circle for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go the other way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful. Then bring the knee in and press it out, and bring it 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 in and press it out, and in and press it out. Keep going. And in and press it out, and in and press it out, and in and press it out. Bring it in and press it out. One more, bring it in and press it out. That should have been a nice relief. And now stretch the other leg long. Here we go. This is exciting. Now lean back on your seat a little bit on the cheek and turn into Pilates V. See my feet? Good. And now slide the top foot up, 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 and then cross it over. We just made a figure 4. And sit up nice and straight. Now we're working the under leg. Lift it up. 2, 3, 4. Don't strain the groin. Don't lift too hard. Don't lift too high. Hold it up now, little circles around. 2, 3, awkward. I know. 6, 7, 8, the other way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold it. Keep that leg up and slide the top leg on it. And then lower, lift both legs for 8, 5, 6. It's so much fun. So much fun seeing what we can get out of our bodies with mindful, careful work. Whew. I pulled my ponytail out because the knot was in the back of my neck. And sit up nice and straight and kind of wiggle around there, working on those feet and ankles. Then lift your seat and put it all the way to your opposite side. So if you were leaning on your right, you are sitting now towards your left. Good. Inhale, bring your arms up in a T. Yeah, we did mermaid and bar as well. It's a really big hit. Turn your right palm up. Good. Actually, it is your left. We're not opposite right now. And lean to your right. Cartwheel to the right. So you're moving the opposite direction than me. If you were laying on your right side, which I hope you were. It won't matter. Inhale up. And now go down on that forearm and then stretch the top arm long. That's why it won't matter. We're going to go in both directions. Really opening the chest and breathing. Then push up. Let's work sideline on the other side. So coming onto your forearm, bring the elbow back, palm flat. Bring your seat back against this outer part, this line of the mat. Soles of the feet also in line. Then stretch the top leg long, and when you do it, bring the body forward slightly. Beautiful. And flex the top leg. And by the way, it should not be low, it should be hip height. Good. In line with your hip. Then kick forward, little, back a little. Big, little, big, little. big, little, forward 2, back 2, 4 more, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 2 more, forward kick, back pulse, forward pulse, back pulse, forward pulse, pulse, back pulse, hold it straight. The knee is facing forward like my face, not up at the ceiling. Good, like the belly button, straight ahead. Up, 2, 3, point down. Up, 2, 3, point down. Up, 2, 3, point down. Up, 2, 3, strength in these small incremental movements. Your leg is a heavy lever. Yeah, it's a lot to lift it like this without swing. 1, 2, 3, and down. 1, 2, 3, and down. Now flex it and circle for 8, 2, 3. They're small circles. 4, 5, 6, 7. Go the other way. 1, 2. Hip rotator, waistline, obliques, and the minimus and medius muscles working in the seat. Last one, beautiful. Okay, and we're gonna bring the knee in and press. And 2, that should be a relief. And 3, whew, and 4, and 5, that feels good. And 6, oh yeah, and 7, good. And 8, good. Now slide the other leg long, come into Pilates feet. Glide that foot up, and then cross it over, make a knot. Come off the seat, back onto your hip, lift the bottom leg. 2, 3, you're feeling burning love in here? I know. 4, 5, 6, 7, hold it around. See where the ball is nestled? In the ribs. 5, 6, it really helps. 1, 2, the other way. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep that leg up. Bring both legs together, lower lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Draw the knees in. Roll on up onto your shins. Right on the heels. Oh yeah, rock around those toes and arches. Lift your seat. Now you're going to be putting it to the right side if you were laying on your left. Just the opposite side that you were lying on. And open the arms into a T. Look at your right hand. Flexion to your left. Inhale and up. And now bending the elbow. Put that palm down. Look up at the top arm. Breathe. Keep breathing. Beautiful. And push up and down. Lovely work. We're going to lie back one more time, slowly rippling down bone by bone by bone. Chin should be in neutral, not lifted up. Arms long by the sides. Grip your legs into the midline. Engage those muscles towards your midline. Glue them together. Bring both knees into tabletop and then lift your heels higher. Now take your knees and actually rock your legs closer to you so your pelvic girdle lifts. Good. Open the arms in a T and roll your knees to the right and let them land. Place your hand over the outside of the top knee. Turn your head to the left. So we're all to the right. We're looking to the left. Supine twist. Supine back twist. Wringing out the system. Grounding down. Release the hold on the knee. Grip the legs, engage them to the midline, meaning into the middle between them. Roll to center, then go the other way. Slow landing. When you land, maybe put your hand across the knee. the crease where the knee is on the top. Look to the right. No pressure. Breathing, feeling the stretch, the elevation in one shoulder as compares to the other, which is grounded down. Draw your legs towards one another, deeply into their middle space. Roll back to center. Lift the head, neck, and shoulders, and start your rolling like a ball to come sitting. One more. Sit up and cross your legs, palms are up. I like to take my thumb and index finger and make a lock of energy. Pull the navel in. If you'd like to, you can do that as well. I let my fingers curl naturally, shoulders pull down. And then I want you to switch the crisscross so that both hips, both knees get a chance to be dominant. Have a wonderful evening, and I hope to see you next week at Bar at 5 and Pilates at 6. It was my pleasure to see you.
Have a good
I'm
weekend.
Sue Valella. Great to see you. Bye-bye.
All right, so Louis.